Oke, let's go, kita lanjutkan bermainnya ya guys ya. Ini suaranya terlalu gede. Gak ya? Semoga gak kegedean. Let's go. Apa ini? Oleh klambi. Anjay. Apa iki sih? Apa iki? Pakai. Jay. Sih tak share apa ya? Hehehe. Ayo, tamatkan.
Revelio. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Revelio.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the
Incendio.
fire-making spell, handy for
Okay,
lighting
nice.
torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite.
Versatile.
But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks.
Incendio.
You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Okay, boss.
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Apa lagi?
Revelio.
Gak iso tapi buka level 1 ya apa? Win 2 round, cross 1. Oke, iki duel berarti. Alright, alright.
Ready for another round?
Oke,
I
siap.
think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why,
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
Yes.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Wingi wis mari Sebastian.
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
Tuh, telu masa loro. Oke, siap.
Accio. Protego. Leviosa. Stupefy. Accio.
Act like a winner.
Stupefy. Leviosa. Stupefy.
Stupefy.
Accio.
You're better than that.
Levioso.
Anjing.
Come on.
Brilliant.
Accio. Leviosa. Protego.
There goes my wager.
Reparo. Stupefy. Leviosa. Is that all you've got? Accio. Stupefy.
Dor. Oh,
Stupefy.
Stupefy. Stupefy. Stupefy. Angkat sih. Dor. Enak.
Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Sekarat jir. Telu masa loro.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the
Bye.
gobstones, so to speak.
Alright. Complete. Mission complete, bos.
I did say I was sorry.
And you also went on to do the exact...
Stupefy. Waduh, ya. Duh, sik durung mari ta iki. Ya
Hello,
ampun,
Lucan.
bolak-balik
May I
jir.
use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Bolak-balik jir.
Accio.
Excellent form.
Leviosa.
That's it.
Leviosa. Accio.
Spellnya cuma ono
Nicely
urut tok.
done. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished.
Oke. Oh, kita nang kene. Cedak iki gak sih?
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement.
Boleh.
Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Incendio.
Good work.
Ya apa caranya ngelepon anak skill lagi? Mek papat tok ta iki.
Incendio!
Mek papat tok jir.
Really?
I shan't miss you.
Baru mau lagi ini ya. Wih. Cuk, pecah cuk. Suara nih bang.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student.
Wah ngeri ya.
I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
5 menit cukup lah.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Alright.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Setting sih. Barcode. Gak ganggu kan ya teleponnya? Ganggu sih. Kini tanda kur kini ta. Soalnya kau anak skill. Sebastian.
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are.
Sebastian.
You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Not many students have Victor Rookwood attention. What that was, I'm not entirely certain. It's to with Run Rock. Kok usah diceritain sih soalnya Profesor Vic ngomong.
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
Halo bang.
And
Kok
I am.
chatmu gak
Meet me
metu
outside the
ya?
library tonight. And tell no one.
Sian. Chatmu gak metu ya. Oh iki metu ya. What if we're caught?
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Oh. Hilang dah itu ceritanya. Gak iso ya. Sementara skill mek papat. Buka iki yo carane.
We must remain unseen.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well.
Sneaky jir.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now. I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me?
The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Oke, sing rame.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Oke.
Is someone there?
Ah, yo ngale.
Is that you, Peeves?
Anjing.
The key.
Goodness gracious, what a mess!
Walaway. Ih,
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
yo, I'm
Ghost, don't let her see you. I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
jir setan ya iso jago jir. Oke, senang kono. Anjing.
Should be in the clear. No need for us to be skulking about.
Oke.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking
Yes,
for a cure
Bastian.
to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Oh,
Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Oleh obat kayak di bukan.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Iki lho. Gak iso ngekes. Apa sih?
Reparo.
Wih, potong banget, bos.
Of course, traces of ancient. Lumo, there must be more to this room. That's it.
Kayaknya iki butuh gitu ya. Tantan. Oh alah. Iku nambah defense gak? Apa nambah attack? Oke, nambah attack, nice. Nge-save sih.
Where might this lead?
Sumpah yo.
Reparo.
Accio.
Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
Oke. Lumos kah? Apa tuh lumos ya?
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Accio. Protego. Levioso.
Oke, lo. Ternyata kan. Wah, anjing.
Accio. Protego. Accio. Levioso.
Oke. Oh, ala iku ngulti dah. Your gift of ancient magic accumulate Baik, sukses. Oke, berarti ngehitnya pin 10, nambah ancen magic. Siap. Siap.
Action! Leviosa! Potato! Stupefy! Action!
Tus. Leviosa. Anjay. Apa ini?
Action! Leviosa! Action!
Ya apa caranya Rono anjir?
Preparo!
Kalau itu terjadi.
Leviosa! Action!
Oh iya, aku kurang nyoba spell telu lali aku lek. Nggak bisa sok. Si. Aku sih kepo. One, two, three, go. Lari Ben. Dan iki nek ndek ruang ngono bawah tanah iso mlebu.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Malah ngono ta. Wah. Nemu duit terus ini. Casual uniform. Wah, apian iku. Oh, sepatu ini berubah. Oke.
Incendio! Leviosa! Accio! Accio! Incendio!
Jur, sakit incendio.
Leviosa! Incendio!
Door.
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa! Accio! Leviosa!
Loh, kok sih kena?
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa!
Aku tahu.
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa!
Jangan tak langsung lu gerujuk wong gue.
It is a book after all.
Wes gede ngono ta, Dek.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too, but we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me.
Ojo nyokot lo,
You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
Lah nyokot tak ceritakno kon.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Gak nyokot.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Oke, tak ceritakno anu ya. Nang ndi iki terusan? No story file. Pindah sih. Selak kepek. Sik. Carane oke lah. Carane nambah skill ya apa? iki lho. Iso, Cik.
Revelio.
Turu sik gak sih, aja bengi-bengi ngene. Ini apa caranya ganti Mati dino ya apa iki, Bang? Oh, nganti dino dhewe. Oke.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
Yeah.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Iya. tanya.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Okay. Okay.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Iya sih. Tak nge-save dulu. Hamlet. Oke. Sabar. Tak save sih. Kalau quest apa itu? Profesor Hackett Assignment. Expelliarmus. Spell ya. Gak terlalu butuh sih. Oke, herbal sih. Potion ku kari titik. Yang kok duel. Butuh spell jir. Spell ku kari titik. Aduh. Oh ya lumayan sih. Apa lagi? Butuh herbal. Maksudnya butuh potion. Oh modern dah.
I wish I received letters from
Ugh, what am I missing?
Wajah aku udah kabar ya.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement,
But the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge.
the prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Okay.
You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
10 menitan.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Okay.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
Okay.
I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Chinese combing. Chinese.
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Oh, kan melok ya. Aku pantes suaramu terusan.
Go on. Grab it. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Accio! Levioso!
Hold tab and tap to open. Okay. Then tap to use your ascent.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Chinese chomping cabbage. Oke. Yang dimaksud iki ta. Kok dijenengi Chinese ya? Rasis, Cuk. Dulu tembus ini ta.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
Penggunaan di tiny leaves. Inventory. Due to their healing properties, these leaves are a key ingredient we can. Iki salah satu bahan gawe potion weekend world. Siap. Aku luwe yo. Kan sik apa ya mari ngene. Kak ono kita. Kurang save aku jadi. Oke. Manual saving.
As to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Sampai ngono tok. Ya ilah. Iki gak perlu sih ya tampilan ini. Iki apa ya? Expelliarmus. Required level papat. Aku level piro? Level pitu. Terus saya quest gak sih? Potion class. Butuh potion aku.
Relishing their new pots only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes
we can
for plants
potion,
as well as
yeah.
friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Yep, paham nih. Aku butuh potion.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Aduh, sayangku.
Never a dull moment when
Sorry.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black's name all badge on Professor Sharp's desk. I bet
he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Masak anjir.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients.
Okay.
Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Okay.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
My parents considered keeping me home from school. Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Okay, Pucci.
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh.
Okay.
But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Ano kayo?
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
your potion.
Nah, iki gak apa-apa. Anjir. Apik koyo niku. Lho ya toh.
Potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try.
Okay.
Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
Yeah.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Ini kurang. Brewing time 20 detik. Potion that enhance the drinker defense by recovering them with a durable rocky skin. Api endi ambek anu potion sing level pertama. Api ini iki koyo anu. Butuh hoklem juice. Iya, pian iki 30 detik, iki 15. Oke.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to.
Get it! Not again.
Stop. What happened?
Untung aku gak percaya.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Meragukan.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor again.
Okay, inventory. Oke, kudu farming ya berarti ya. Aku mah butuh apa aku? Salatnya. Look, flux with. Flux with. Ya apa? Bahasanya. Kawan. Ayo kita. A tall plant that produce must be grown in large pots. Flux with seeds can be purchased from the magic net. Oh, tuku. Tuku aja kali. Hoklem juice. Oke lah.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oke, sir. Saving dulu, Bang. Grafik. Grafik iki lek misale tak medium no ngelek gak yo. Play setting. Rada oke, smooth sih. Ayan. Sip.
That was an interesting class.
Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. Thought for certain you'd have helped.
I'm glad I avoided trouble. Sharp certainly seemed upset with you.
His bark's worse than his bite. I think deep down he respects my artistic spirit. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Arek rem. Nanti sih kita farming dulu ya guys ya. Kita beli-beli farming dulu. Wah, akeh wong rodok patah-patah anjir. Recommended ya.
Levioso and stupefy combined should pretend in
You'd think knowing spells.
Hello, be with you in a bit.
Ya aku butuh Aku butuh apa ya?
No one can say I don't keep it stacked.
Apa lo? Collection. Hoklam jus. Hoklam jus. Ambek citane. Kebetulan ada 10. Larang, Cik. Tuh kok gak ya lo lurus seket ya masalahnya.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf. Tunggu kak ya. Apa wis ngedol kambing. Hoklam. Karena hoklam ini. Gak usah lah. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Revelio. You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
Look at that boy.
Why did you buy me a second pair? I hate these
change
socks.
in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so take your
I'd rather
time.
have no socks than be dancing like this.
You're not dancing, you're exercising.
Father, why is he dancing?
See? And you'd said the charms come out in the wash, but it hasn't.
Someone so dramatic, just like your father. Anyone would think you had an affliction.
Has he been cursed?
Oh, please,
If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Pay for your own socks, then you get to choose. Until then, you'll learn to be thrifty and behave. You're starting to cause a scene.
Papa, can we really wash charms out?
Don't be absurd. That
I
woman must
suspect
have a sharp eye for fashion.
Ki legendary tapi offensive sono. Didol ya.
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop.
Expelliarmus.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Apa sih? Apa ini? Bisa ada pot potion lagi. Apa yang mau jamurnya? Bisa digawe apa? Oke, potion ya. Aku butuh farming sih. dotet. Kayak langsung mumbul apa tuh? Wah, domen jir. Lucu kok domba sih. Kayak di mana ini? Ini apa ini? Blue solar, oh glucose.
Revelio.
Perangkas.
This looks intriguing.
Intriguing. Apa intriguing? Interesting dah. Anjay, wapi om.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Kayak cerita sih aku sih kurang cerita.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland.
Okay.
I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Dengar kok pakai perangkas ya.
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from...
I never thought Revelio would go this far.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired for your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
Mau satu sekotan.
What do you have for sale?
Murah iki sih.
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
500 lah. Oh, lurut tok.
I hope to see you again sometime.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Apa ini? Black glitter gloves. Oke. Anjay. Tak dol ae gak sih iki. Tak dol ae. What the? Wah, elek jir. Tapi aneh iki.
Revelio.
Nak jero kene. Apa mbak iki? Mbak sampe nau mbak. Nyantai dulu. Oh, Sakura ya. Tapi sih ini. Kayak bisa buka kunci, apa buka kunci? Renang iso ae. Kayak renang ae.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far. They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Okay. Dor.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Get over here! Take those productions and hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take it!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
You're a big dodgy witness!
Come on, you are free.
Knew you were still hanging up.
Ampang jir.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okay, la vendo.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Mallowsweet.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
Perhaps a spell might help us here.
Lumos!
Ya apa anjir?
Levioso! Accio!
Wiki apa?
Conjuring fire might work. These are pyres after all.
Levioso! Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Lumos. I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Merlin. All right, all right. Sí.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Tak mangan sih.
What are you up to now?
Having a pleasant time at school? Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village I've ever heard of. So many interesting people from all over the world come through Hogsmeade. You never know who you'll meet. Spotted a vampire from Romania last spring. I almost bought an owl in Diagon Alley. Went with a cat instead. Odd-coloured eye, and it quite appealed to me. No one sends me owls. Can't remember the last time I got one. Not even on my birthday. I sent a love letter to Imelda Reyes once, but I think she thought I was making fun of her because she's been rude to me ever since. When I said she was outspoken, I meant it as a compliment. I can't wait until I'm a 6th year. Then I won't have to waste my time with herbology anymore. Or Miss Professor Garlic, mind. Where did you get your dragonhide gloves? I saw you handling that snuggle off in herbology. You know, my gloves went mysteriously missing. My interest in herbology stems solely from my desire to excel in potions. If you can't brew with it, don't grow it, I say.
It's a good thing we have auras, is all I'm saying. I don't see why everyone has their wand in a knot about the dark arts. It's pushing the boundaries of magic.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
I suppose I could. Why should I spend my time on a glorified errand?
It is much more than a glorified errand, to be sure. I dare say you'll find my proposal intriguing. Please, hear me out. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I...
statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues?
Revelio.
I recognize those handles. This empty perches could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. I'd best keep looking. Nothing. No statues here. I'll take that, thank you. This'll do nicely.
Revelio.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Here's a welcome surprise. I'd best keep looking.
Loh, apa sih?
Nothing. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. Nothing. What's happening?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't, really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
I need to learn the disarming charm before I can follow. Disarming charm. Untuk ini CA kali ya. Tak menakno set quest iki dhisik. Engko main case engko tak live no maneh. Oke. Wis sudah dulu.